Can you beat Cyberpunk 2077 with just a pistol? So, we're gonna be starting the run. Very hard difficulty. Going down the street kid route. We're making ourselves a female character because I want to be with Judy. And apparently, you can't be with Judy unless you are a woman in this game. Ugh. How the game treats me. So, the rules of this run is gonna be very simple. It's literally gonna be a pistol run only. Assassinations and stealth are allowed. I'm not allowed to use grenades. I'm not allowed to use quick hacks, but I can use breaches on like devices to like distract people and that sort of stuff. But outside of that, the only thing that I'll be using to damage the mobs is just with my weapon and stealth, and that's it. We're gonna be doing a Skippy run essentially. Basically, I'm gonna get Skippy at the earliest convenience, and I'm gonna stick with that one gun for the entire rest of the run. So, without further ado, let's get started. So, we get to the point in the game where we meet T-Pain. And he lays it down on us, tells us what we need to do. We need to get a robot for him, and we need to meet someone at the club. Obviously speaking, this is not news to us, but this is actually where I encounter very quickly the first hurdle of this stupid game. So, normally speaking, in this section of the game, you're supposed to give the Militech shard without a virus to these guys and you get out hunky-dory. But I decide to do something different for this run because I was going like, you know what? I'm curious. Let's see what would happen if I, take down this gigantic hunk of a man. Well, this happens. They all start attacking me. Everyone, and Dum Dum included. And at this point, I'm kind of going like, damn, I like Dum Dum. I don't want to kill Dum Dum. But unfortunately, the game makes me, well, kill Dum Dum. And he's also glitched out. It took me a while, but hey, he gave me a fantastic gun. Which is great. We used that gun, honestly, for quite a bit in the early game. The problem is, the difficulty is cranked up to max. Let me show you what I mean. So, since this is on the hardest difficulty, I wasn't ready moving from easy difficulty to literally get destroyed like this. So, you know what? Fine, no worries, it happens. Reload the game, loot his body, and then after his body, go to Dum Dum's body, get his gun, equip everything, and fight again. No worries, I have health packs, I should be able to heal up, no problemo. And I get burned down. Alright, okay, no worries, that's okay. We just keep on going, go again, loot their body, loot his body, re-equip everything, get back to fighting, and this time I'm a little bit more trained. I'm getting those headshots in, no worries. At half health, I should be able to heal up if I get low, and I'm dead before I can heal up. Alright, do it again, loot everyone's body, re-equip everything, and fight again. This time, I'm a little bit better, well prepared. I'm aiming my shots, hitting them, and I'm down. Alright, no worries, try again, loot everyone's body, re-equip everything, and this time I get this far. So, in a normal I won't say in a normal playthrough, in a playthrough where you decide to pay Maelstrom with Militech's shard that isn't spiked with the virus, normally speaking, there'd be a full-on fight with two gigantic robots here beating each other up. At least in this case, if you decide to beat up Maelstrom, there's actually only like 4 scrub NPCs in here, like trash mobs, and you can just assassinate them really easily and finish this section here. The only difference in terms of dialogue once you finish this section is when you get out, instead of it being a whole squad of Militech, it's just one car, but it's still Anthony Gilchrist. The only difference with this dialogue is that, number one, you skip a good chunk of the stout dialogue, and number two, you just kind of head right into this section right here. So, after doing Maelstrom's part, I decided to continue through the story and finish up the heist mission because I want to get the Skippy gun. So for those of you guys who don't know what the Skippy gun is, the Skippy gun is a gun, a legendary gun that scales based off your level, has also a auto aim or auto homing function for your bullets, and specifically to the head, so headshot auto aiming. And third, it's also probably one of the easiest, stronger guns you can get in the early game. Even arguably probably one of the best guns you could get for a very hard run in this game. So what I do is I quickly head to this location right there to quickly grab the gun.
Well, guess I'll go with puppy-loving pacifist.
Adjusting settings. Bum bum be dum bum bum be dum bum.
Ugh.
So I select puppy loving mode because how that mode for this gun works is after getting around 50 kills with this gun, it will then swap over automatically to Stone Cold Killer route, which basically makes it so all your shots are headshots that home onto the enemy. After getting the Skippy gun, we progress the storyline. We meet with Takamura at the diner, and we give our best girl, Judy, a call.
That you?
And then we decide to head to the bar or the club,
Listen, need to find out.
to talk to our girl Judy. On the way there, I get stuck.
Yep. Back at the bottom.
What? Oh shoot. Am I stuck? So, we reload the game, give Judy a call again,
That you?
More likely a neuron misfire
Thought you
for
were-
Victor to check out.
and then
Need to
finally
talk.
meet her in real
It's
life.
important.
Again.
Why? So you can make her your scapegoat?
Then we attend a funeral
I'll tell
for
you
our
a
boy
story.
Jackie. After the funeral, we come back and we grab his two iconic guns, which I will never use for the rest of this run. We progress to the next part of the storyline, which is where we need to find Evelyn Parker, which leads us to this guy right here, Woodman, and also our next little mini hurdle. So, at the beginning of this section, we have to give away all our weapons to enter this place. So at the moment, we are unarmed. And I decide in all my glory that, you know what, we can take this guy on with our fists, no problem. It's just the hardest difficulty. And needless to say, that didn't turn out so well. In a gunfight with a fist fight, the guns always win. Oh, no.
As will you.
So, the first time, I got pretty close to defeating him with my fist only. So I decided to try it again, but problem is, this time, he whips out his gun right away, and well, this happens. I need to get a gun. That's annoying. So what I learned during this section is that enemies don't actually drop their guns unless they pull it out during combat. If you stealth assassinate someone, if they don't pull out a gun, the gun actually doesn't drop. So I get to this point in the game where I find out that he drops a submachine gun, but look on the table, there's actually a gun right there. A pistol. Enemies in this area drop like swords and submachine guns and no pistols. only in this exact security room is there a pistol for me to use for my pistol run only. And since I left Skippy at the front desk, this is the best option I have. So then I head back to Woodman and, confront him like a normal person. So now with the gun, I feel extra strong and I decide to confront him
I'm not dropping
head on.
anything.
So we get into the fight and I'm going like, yeah, I have a weapon. I'm gonna beat this guy up. And sadly, that's not exactly what happens because I am here chugging health potions like a madman, kiting in between the table, and yeah, my aim sucks. Oh no. And I go down again. So we confront Woodman again, get the gun, try to beat him with the gun, and yeah, he two taps us. Oh my god. I can't take him out. So at this point, I'm getting pretty fed up with this, and I decide to figure out the best way to get through this is through diplomacy. So I'm just here mashing through dialogues that I think is the way to avoid a gunfight. Sadly though, I decide that, you know what, screw this, we're not fighting this guy because I can't beat him because my aim sucks and I'm not jacked enough and I don't have Skippy. So all I do in this phase of the game is I literally dialogue him until he gives me the free pass. And then we're out. I know, anticlimactic, but what can I say? I suck at shooting games. Woodman's instructions lead us to this ripper dog called Fingers, who is the guy who operated on Evelyn. I decide to speed through this because I don't care about the dialogue, because I need to get to my girl Judy's heart. So we speed through this dialogue, and we progress to the next phase of the game. Eventually, we find Evelyn, throw her in the bed, and then we call it a day. Decide to do a side quest on what happens when a multi-level marketing meeting goes wrong. Fight the guy at the top of the pyramid. Can't beat him because he's hacking. Can't beat him because he's hacking again. And eventually beat him. Technically speaking, her. But, I mean, Cyberpunk 2077, who's actually counting? And next, we partake in a quest that involves the biggest pyramid in the world, religion. This is the part of the game where it really unnerves me, but I'm gonna let the sequence play out just cause. If you guys don't want to see this, just skip ahead 3 minutes. You've been warned.
Do you not fear God? You stand condemned under the same sentence.
Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do.
We are punished justly, for we receive what our deeds deserve. But this man has done no wrong. Remember me when you come into your kingdom.
Truly, I say to you, today you will be with me in paradise. Father, Father, into thy hands I commit my spirit.
Amen. Probably my hardest gig, that, but I got through it.
What now?
Going home, where I'll sleep for 2 days straight. Be in touch about your compensation soon.
You guessed it. We did it for money. Whipped out a Judith. Afterwards, we encounter our favorite black guy, Blissede,
I haven't asked about my experience.
and encounter the next stage of the most butt-wrenching moment of how you should not ever go in guns blazing. So at this point of the story, we need to find a van that's in this mall. Don't ask me why, it's a storyline thing. But at the moment, Skippy has finally switched phase from puppy loving mode to stone cold killer. So I'm feeling strong. This guy's popping headshots like nobody's business. But even though I am mowing people down like nobody's business, I encounter this. Gates close, and I'm still getting shot. So, you know what? Whatever, I die, no biggie. So we try again, guns blazing, and once again, the fence is down, and I'm getting shot through the fence, and I die. And then we die through this fence again, get punched out by Mike Tyson, get 2 shot in the open, die by explosion, get 1 tapped, and eventually give up and decide to go with the good old T-pose, stealth. So yeah, it turns out in this game you don't want to go in guns blazing. Eventually, I get here, and this happens.
What happened?
So, you might be wondering, what the heck am I talking about? It's so quiet. Yeah, it's quiet because the audio's bugged out at this point. So,
Could have been Netwatch that flatlined me.
V still speaks with her
Maybe those might
dialogue,
not even know I
but
survived.
everybody else is muted, which kind of defeats the whole purpose of this game with all its voice lining. So, guess what we do all over again. So by far, the hardest part of my run is fixing bugs. At this point, I'm going through every single one of my autosave, one at a time, to figure out when exactly did the audio crap out. I didn't even realize this because I was fast forwarding all the dialogue, that Placide stops talking like pretty early on, and by pretty early, I mean like right here. Only at this point in the game is the audio working. And guess what we do all over again.
Fuck you, but I'm all curious.
So this time we take the path to least resistance and we stealth everyone down. Cause you know, I don't want to fight. Well, I mean, I stealth them as down as much as I can, but you know, a gunfight starts out here and there every so often, but you know, minor detail. Alright, never mind, we're actually gonna stealth through this. So, I actually never take a single shot at these trash mobs ever again, because the moment you enter into combat, you can no longer stealth through this section, and my god, is this section goddamn hard to get through without stealthing. So I actually, for the rest of this entire section, stealth through this until I get to the van, and then I fight Matilda, talk to the guy, end his life, technically end both our lives, and we call it a day. And finally, we're done with this section. Oh, and Placide? Yeah,
Better be pretty
we never fight him
disappointed
anymore.
With what?
that you can't zero me after all.
And oh my god, by far the most awkward sex scene with censorship on. Like, look at the scene. What the hell? This is so awkward! Anyways, moving along, you kiddos.
Alright, so where's this hideout?
A hop and skip away.
You guys remember this girl, Panam?
Thanks, Pete.
Well, she's got a mandatory quest line involved with the story. And we need to get her car back, and we need to get her cargo
He
back.
was the first person I
After we get her car back and her cargo back, she wants to get revenge on the guy who stole both away from her.
and I cried.
And this is where things honestly take a turn for the worse, and I am honestly
How do you feel?
so mad. Not at this game, but I really don't like this girl, and I'll tell you why right now.
Never got the chance. Someone else got to him first.
So this is a mandatory gunfight that I have to go through. And the problem with this section is, there's a sniper, and the problem with having a sniper is he one-taps you. You have no idea how many times I died in this section. Worst part is, every time I die, I have to go through this stupid car ride again, glitched out in Panam's body, to get to the fight again. So, I die in a gunfight here. I die via burn here. I die via one shot by a sniper here. I die normally here. And dead. Eventually, after many trial and error,
Get out of here.
I make it through this place in one piece and full health, you know? Never got shot once. But besides that point, holy moly, do I not like this girl. And my god, do I not like the sections of the story she presents to me in this game through. Oh my Jesus. So, after we deliver her Yeezys to her client, we then continue on with the game and the story.
Well,
And thank God,
come on.
do we never need to see her ever again.
I believe I have collected enough to try.
So,
Complex is
we
well-guarded.
meet up with Takamura again, and we gotta install a virus on a float. And you know it, the best way to get through this section
Once
is via stealth. And I mean, by stealth, I mean getting in and out without the enemy ever noticing we were ever there. So, I mean, yeah, we take a few shots here and there, but I mean, for the most part, we have an entire complex of enemies, knowing that we were at their place, planet of virus, and their freaking float,
Okay, what now?
and we get out absolutely scot-free. No problem at all. Didn't die once at all at this section.
until then, try not to get into any more trouble.
So, we head on to the next section, and this has been by far the most dumbest section I've ever played in the freaking video game. You're gonna find out why. So, we get to this section of the game where basically we need to hunt down 3 snipers, okay? That's all we have to do, and then we progress to the main storyline. So, as I'm going through this section, I encounter this trap here. From my previous playthrough, I could disarm this trap because I had my technical at 6, and I could disarm that trap no problem. But in this playthrough, I can't disarm it, and for some reason I don't have access to my weapons, and I don't have access to my quick hacks. So I can't disarm this trap via quick hacks. So here I'm going like, shit, is the game bugged out? Did I lose my weapons? Did I lose my quick hacks? Like, did the game bug out so hard that I actually cannot use this? So it's time to do some more troubleshooting with the bugs. So I reload my game from my last autosave, from when I fast traveled to this section, and lo and behold, I don't have access to my quick hacks, and I don't have access to my weapon here for some reason. Alright, strange. So I decide to go into another save file of mine, to try to figure out at what point in the game do I lose access to my weapon and my quick hack. So this save point is fine. I have my gun. I'm good to go, right? So I fast travel back to the area where Takamura is at. And lo and behold, my weapon is not out. It's actually hidden away, so I can't actually pull my weapon out. And then I'm confused, so then I fiddle around with the game a little bit and try to see if I can use my quick hacks. And the answer is not really. My quick hacks isn't working the way it's supposed to be. So you know what? That's fine. Let's try this again. More troubleshooting on the way. So this time, instead of fast traveling, I decide to take the slow route and just fast travel to the next closest fast travel point to the quest, drive all the way there, and then, you know, I head up to the quest. So I take the elevator to where Takamura is, and lo and behold, my gun is gone. Like, after I get outside of the elevator, my gun is gone, and I don't have access to my quick hacks. So I'm going like, wait a second, what the heck is going on? So I decide to go back in the elevator, and I have my weapons back! What? I'm so confused at this point. So I'm like, alright, you know what, let's go back upstairs. Let's go back upstairs. I have my weapons, I'm switching through them back and forth. I still have it, and it's gone now. And I'm like, what the heck is going on here? I'm so confused. Like, I'm losing my mind. Like, I skipped all the boring stuff, but Jesus Christ, what is going on here? So, I decide to just go through with the quest. And right now, I still don't have access to my quick hacks. And I don't have access to my weapons. And I'm going like, you know what? If this game wants me to die via the freaking trap, you know what? I'll die via the trap. But then in my mind, I had a brain blast moment. And I'm going like, wait a second. Can I jump over the stupid trap? And surprisingly, the answer is yes. But here's the thing, I still don't have access to my gun and my quick hack. So I'm like, you know what? Screw it, we're over the first hurdle. Let's see if we get access to our guns and our quick hacks a little bit later on. What the hell? My weapons are back. Wait, why? Huh? Huh? What? The heck is wrong with this game? Gives me my weapons back right when I climb over that stupid ladder. But what the heck? It doesn't give it to me when I enter that stupid room where I need to use my quick hack to disarm it. So I guess screw me, right? What the hell? So after being trolled by the game, it's time to get trolled by this guy right here. Yeah, this is the next boss fight, Mr. Oda-sama. And needless to say, this guy isn't easy to beat, even with a Skippy. You know why? Because yeah, he's fast. So I died quite a bit to this boss. And the second time around, I don't do so well. The third time around, not so well as well. The fourth time around, get him below 50 health almost. The next time around, so much closer, below 20%. The next time, kinda there, we're at like 25%. And yeah, this is the run, or this is the final run that actually beats the guy up. So let me explain the strategy to this guy. So he has two phases in this fight. Three, technically. He has a melee phase, a range phase, and also a stealth phase. Currently, he's in his melee phase. And the whole point of this phase is that this is one of the only two phases you can damage him in. Melee phase and stealth phase. During his ranged phase, for some reason, Skippy just won't hit him. He's running around, he's kiting the battle out, and when he's up there, he's in his range phase, okay? I can't hit him. I gotta kite. That's why I'm ducking in here, not taking a single shot from him. See? I shoot him, he dodges. When he whips out his sword, that's when he can become targetable. But the problem is, when he's in his targetable phase, he's also in his most dangerous phase. I take a whack load of damage. But if you deal enough damage to him, he's gonna stealth out and hide to heal. This is where you pound him. This is where I get like a good 10-15% of damage on him. And then he runs away, tries to heal up again, and I kite out, bum rush him again, do a little bit more damage. He's kind of avoiding some shots, but we do a lot better this time, okay? And not too long after, as he's pelting us from the sky, raining freaking hell on us, he disappears, stealths out, tries to heal. This time I see where he runs to, so I know exactly where he is. I pump him full of lead, and finally, we get him.
I managed to.
Oda, is he dead?
He's
And if you're wondering what that noise is when it says "bad news, bad news," that's Skippy.
Show him.
Yeah. Apparently, like if you get enough kills with Skippy, he will want you to return him back to his owner. And I said no, and now he's just saying "bad user, bad user" every time I use him now. So if that's what you're wondering, yeah, that's where it's coming from.
I'm sorry, Oda.
Oops, that was an accident. Let's redo that again.
You and your fucking 6 sense of honor.
Yay, he's alive.
V, Ram.
Yeah, don't worry, she's alive too.
Shit!
Unfortunately, that can't be the same said to us because we suck at driving, and yeah, this happens to us. Needless to say, I don't survive this. And our boy Takemura gets shot up too, so neither does he. And after all that, we go home to spend some time with our girlfriend.
Just thinking of you.
No,
And before you
that's
ask,
fucking
no,
Shimra.
you weren't wearing clothes.
Think that's how she winds down?
At this point, I've done everything I wanted to do. It's time to finish off the run. So we decided to go the Pan Am route and go with the Aldecaldo road. And this is how we're gonna finish off the
Hey,
end
Pan.
game.
Do you know what time it is?
I know, but need your help. You owe me a favor.
So, how Pan Am's route for the end game works is the way to get into Arasaka Tower to get to Mikoshi is we have to head to a mining excavation site that's been tunneling their way towards the tower. We're supposed to get to the mining site and tunnel the rest of the way to the tower, and that's how we get her in to Mikoshi. Right now we're on the Millennium Falcon and we're making our way to the mining site with the Aldecaldo, Saul, Panem, and the whole group. But this is exactly where my run actually ends. Kind of stupid. So in this specific section, the Millennium Falcon breaks down, and they want me to deal with like the enemies here. Gives me a sniper rifle. I try to like switch my weapons to something that's not a sniper rifle, because I don't have this weapon. She just gave it to me, and apparently this game actually doesn't let me switch weapons from the sniper to my pistol. So yeah, a pistol only run is dead. But since we're already so far in, whatever. We're seeing this to the very end. But seriously, rip, run, and screw Pan Am. Oh my god. But whatever. It is what it is. So at this point, we get to the mining site, and we have Mitch and Carol at the drill, trying to get the drill to work. at this section right here, all we have to do is we just have to play a bit of tower defense and just basically get rid of the enemies here. So the best way to just deal with this section is we go down and we deal with everyone here. Needless to say, I totally didn't die a lot in this section. Yep, 100% didn't die at all. Eventually, we stealth our way into Arasaka Tower, get rid of these two guards, and these are literally the only two guards we ever kill, and head literally straight to like the final boss, because what ends up happening is we sneak our way through to a section where we can put Alt's shard into Arasaka's tower, and yeah, she turns the AI against everyone. And from then on out, it's basically a smooth sailing. So here we are at this door, where most people will probably be at this door for quite a while. We're here at the end stage with Panam Sol and Atom Smasher, and this is how the scene plays out. Squeesh. Alright, goodbye Sol. So, this boss fight, I can tell this right now, it's easy, but I played it so bad, so it ended up taking me much longer than I expected. Let me explain. So, I get Atom Smasher to this point where he goes into his rocket phase, and I just eat all of it. Yeah, my bad. Alright, round 2, Atom Smasher. Let's go. So, this time, you would think I would learn from my first mistake, but this time it's even worse. This time I have full health, and yep, you guessed it, he actually 100 to zeros me. My god. Alright. Round 3, Atom Smasher. Let's do this. So this time I'm like an animal. I don't give a crap. I'm gonna run into him face first, spray and pray him. And yeah, I forget to do something called drink my health potions, and I go down like a bonobo. Goddamn. Alright, round 4, Atom Smasher. So this time I get him to the phase where he jumps back up and I dodge his missiles. But the problem is, this happens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm done. I don't know how I died. I just died. Just easy as that. Nothing fancy. I just suck. Alright. Round 5. This time we decide to do something a little bit more different. We decide to play a bit more aggressive, you know, actually just like guns blazing really in his face. But I didn't realize this, but he can do his rocket phase without jumping to the balcony, and well, this happens. So round 6, I won't keep you guys in suspense. This is the final time that Sol needs to die. Because I actually beat him in this phase, and it's kind of weird because I actually finished this battle much faster than I expected, considering how many times I died. So in the beginning phase, I pound him with all the bullets I can, and he's doing his melee attack and does like a gun attack. But I already break an arm off and have some time to like heal back up. I go back, guns blazing, but this time I'm not afraid. I actually like just walk up to his face and just pelt him with Skippy. I reload the gun, go back in, keep pounding him, and he's aggroed onto Panam. I see him do that, I know rocket phase is coming. I hide behind the corner, avoid all his rockets, skip it, go back into pumping him full of lead, and I see him explode. He's at like 24% HP. He goes up to the balcony, but for some reason he comes back down. I think because I damaged him fast enough that he skips the balcony phase and the snipers don't spawn. He comes back down, does his normal attack, and he's just shooting me with normal attacks. But then there's this dumb rocket here. This dumb robot, he's inconsequential, but he dies really quickly, and then Atom Smasher goes down, and that is basically the fight. Yeah, that was quick, but it took much longer than it really needed to be. So, rule of thumb, yeah, you're supposed to guns blazing this guy, and if you can dodge his rocket phase, you're pretty much good to go, and damage him hard enough, you'll even skip the sniper phase.
I can feel him under my skin.
What the fuck are you talking about?
In the end, gotcha. Silverhand triumphs.
And boom, there goes Atom Smasher. So we get to Mikoshi, plug herself in, and let Alt do his work. Alt tells us that we can't go into our body, but we're gonna die 6 months later, or we could give up our body to Johnny. So we do what any normal human being would do. We give Johnny a female's body, and yeah, make him suffer with that. But after a few more cutscenes, we get to the part where Johnny turns a new leaf, decides to give a kid a nice guitar,
Hey!
and then we roll the end credits.
Wait! The guitar! You forgot your guitar!
No, I didn't. Haven't forgotten a thing. Never will.
I feel like I'm forgetting something.
Pick up. Fuck. V, I don't know where we went wrong. Maybe something happened, or you needed to lay low. If you can, just give me some kind of signal that you're alive and everything's okay. Please. If you ever need help, you know I'm here for you, right? Always. Stay safe. Call me when you hear this.
Crap. Never mind. Johnny, I'm taking my body back.
Hey, V. I know what you're thinking. Why is my crazy output leaving a message on the machine while I'm making breakfast? Well, you know me. I get mushy when it comes to sharing feelings. So, what the hell? I figured I'd just tell you here. V, I just wanted you to know that I'm happy. For the first time in my life. And I wanted to speak of the devil. See you soon.
Perfect. So, can you beat Cyberpunk 2077 with a pistol only?
Increasing volume by 300%.